Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of the Elite Sports Podcast. I'm Michael McKenzie, joined once again. We got Dylan Shea back in, and always Hunter, Nick, Andrew, and Ty. How's everybody doing on this? We're
good
on Monday.
Good. We're doing good. Good. Except Mike, because he's
not too good because you got a cheese win in Madden earlier today. So
yeah. Well, you suck
cheese
as well.
Win.
So
cheese
right,
win.
Just
That's
for
bull.
backstory, we have a Madden franchise, and they played each other,
and Mike got
Mike got
pooped on.
I got beaten overtime because I should have had a pick.
I beat you with an injured Gardner Minshew. I beat you with a Gardner
worst
Minshew.
Offensive line in the league.
Gardner Minshew had a broken elbow when he played.
Shut up. You also had DJ Chark. Apparently he's god in this game. All right, we're gonna get into the show now. We're gonna start off with our conference championship recap. We'll start off with Dylan. Takeaways from the conference championship games over the last weekend.
My only takeaway is if Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl, the NFL is rigged. I don't think there's. I mean, there's no way. Like, I just don't see it. How you switch teams and you have every single good player that isn't signed to a team going to your team. You have players coming out of retirement, and you just happen to have a top 5, top 10 defense last month and a half at the same time that you would play the Super Bowl.
I don't know if it's rigged as much as Brady just recruited all these good players to Tampa Bay for 1 year, but that's interesting. I'll say this. I don't think I'd ever bet against Tom Brady again. I'm probably going to do it later in the show, but it's a bad bet to bet against Tom Brady. When everybody said preseason, when people were trying to say, "Oh, this team's 8-8 at best. They're not going to the playoffs," and then they make the playoffs. Oh well, they got an easy matchup in the first round. They're going to get beat by the Packers or the Saints in the second round. I mean, this dude, time and again, it doesn't matter if he's 28 or if he's 43. He's going to continue to go to a Super Bowl. At this point, they should rename it from the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the Tom Brady Trophy. He's just there so much. I don't know if I'd call him the GOAT because of his Super Bowl appearances, but that is the main argument, and there's really no counter against it unless you want to say, oh, team stat. He's done it with multiple teams and multiple organizations now, so I think that any argument trying to discredit Tom Brady making it to the Super Bowl is just a team stat. It's kind of demolished with this year. Hunter, takeaways from the conference championship weekend.
I just want to say one fun fact. There is a more likely chance of Tom Brady going to the Super Bowl than Ben Simmons hitting a three-pointer. So I just want to point that out. I saw that as a fun fact, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. But rewind. I can't bet against Brady. Like before this, I did predict the Buccaneers to beat the Packers, and I was right because I don't bet against Brady. Despite him throwing 3 picks that game, I don't know what the Packers were doing. I know there was some budgie referee calls and stuff and no calls, but besides the point, the Packers got 3 interceptions, only one, then they actually scored points on the other 2 made by Alexander. They went 3 and out, and that's pretty much the main reason why they lost. And another reason why they lost is they didn't go for it on 4th and goal. Instead, they just did the field goal. And Bills and Chiefs, I don't want to talk about that. But besides that, Chiefs just Bills didn't, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl. But it was a great season for the Bills, and we're getting to see Mahomes and Brady in the Super Bowl, so that's going to be a fun game to watch. And hopefully we get to see a high-scoring game. That's all I care.
All right, Nick, thoughts on the conference championship weekend?
Oh, I know one of you has just been waiting to hear my thoughts on the Chiefs-Bills game, haven't you? Bandwagon. The Bills suck. They suck.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
We're 1-5 in the
up.
last 6 weeks.
I wouldn't be
28
talking if I was
quarter.
a Detroit Lions fan.
I
That has
wore this
Jared Goff as
jersey to be
QB.
nice to you today, Dylan. I wore the jersey to be nice to you today.
In all seriousness, though, half the reason was because Josh Allen looked like he was playing back in 2018, 2019. He was overthrowing his receivers. He wasn't looking that good. And the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is too much. I said Chiefs Saints Super Bowl of the Saints let me down, but Chiefs didn't. Playoff Mahomes is just different. It's like playoff Brady, but like just younger. Between that and then the Packers Bucks game, it was just weird. Just seeing how many flaws were brought out by the Packers. Rodgers wasn't playing that good. LaFleur was making some very questionable calls, including that 3-point field goal they tried instead of going for that touchdown. Rodgers not running the ball into the end zone, trying to hit Devontae Adams. But it's gonna be a great Super Bowl. People are calling it the GOAT versus possibly the new GOAT, which would be it's a good the GOAT versus the kid. Yeah, it's gonna be a great Super Bowl. I think I hate Brady, but you have to give it to him. He is the greatest player to ever play football. But it's not a team stat anymore. You've seen what he's done to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers should be thankful that they have him. I think the Chiefs will win, but I think it's gonna be a really good Super Bowl.
All right.
Also, Bill suck. Bill suck.
Had to get it in there. Andrew, thoughts on conference championship weekend?
I think that the main thing I want to talk about is the reason why the Packers lost because of that awful defensive play. And, the main man to blame, I think we can all agree, is Kevin King. I mean, he's the bozo of the week. He just couldn't get it together.
Bozo.
You can't give Tom Brady that many opportunities or he's just going to beat you fair and simple like that. So, in the other game, I mean, the Chiefs just blew out the Bills. They look terrible. But the Super Bowl is going to be great, I think, this year. Got the baby goat and the regular goat, and we'll see what happens.
All right, final thoughts on conference championship weekend go to Ty.
All right, so I was watching this game with my family, who is pretty much all Packers fans, and they were, to say the least, just completely outraged. And a lot of it was, of course, due to Kevin King. The dude was absolute burnt toast against Tampa Bay, and it's probably why the Packers could end up drafting a cornerback in round 1. And I gotta say, that last call, I don't care what you say, Tyler Johnson flopped. That was complete bullshit, in my opinion. Anyways, I just gotta say, you gotta have respect for Tom Brady. Like, I don't care how much you hate him, you gotta appreciate greatness. Give credit where credit is due. And for the Chiefs and Bills, what else to say? The Chiefs absolutely destroyed them. There really isn't anything else to say. And this should be a pretty good Super Bowl. And if I had to choose, I would go with. I'm not going to bet against Brady. I say Brady wins.
No. Well, that's for later.
Oh,
but,
right.
No, what? Screw it. Now we're in Super Bowl picks. Ty's got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It sounds like. So we got one for Tampa. Andrew, who are you taking?
I'm still split on this. So, my pick could change throughout the week. Even right now, I don't know who I could really take because it's really about playoff Brady versus the kid who's been dominating the league right now. But right now, I think the Chiefs are going to repeat. They destroyed the Bills, who really took apart everyone else they faced. So I think the Chiefs are going to take down Tom Brady and the Bucs.
All right, we got one for the Bucs, one for the Chiefs. I think we all know who Nick's going with, but we got to ask him. Nick, who you picking for the Super Bowl?
Steelers.
Nick, no.
Nice pick.
Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's going to. I'm picking the Chiefs.
All right. Hunter, who you picking? You going to pick the team that gave you heartbreak?
I'm going to choose the Bills because the Bills game was so rigged and the Chiefs are playing so dirty.
Okay. The Browns be the Browns. Okay, yeah. First round, that's it. But besides that, I'm not betting Brady, so I'm going to take the Bucs.
All right. We got 2 for the Bucs, 2 for the Chiefs. Make it 3 for the Chiefs. Yeah, you can't bet against Brady and all that. You also can't bet against Patrick Mahomes right now. I'm going to take Mahomes and the Chiefs. I also think that the Chiefs are a better offensive team, and I think that whoever had the ball last is going to win this game. I think defenses are that's just heading out the door. There's no defense in this game. I don't want this garbage about how the Bucs are a top 10, top 5 defense. I agree with that. Defenses are not going to matter in this game in the slightest. I'll take the Kansas City Chiefs. Dylan, who you got? Chiefs, Bucs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs, but I do have one side note about the NFC Championship game that I forgot to mention. If you're gonna call that pass interference on against Tyler Johnson or Kevin King or whoever it was, I don't.
Yeah, it was
Tyler
Kevin
Johnson
King.
was the receiver, and Kevin King was the corner, but however you want to say it. Yeah, you have to call it the same way the entire game. So, like, just because it's 1:45 left and there's a jersey grab, but I think it was second quarter. I want to say when Alan Lazard was being grabbed by his shoulder pad and it ended up being an interception. So if you call that both ways, the Packers probably end up winning that game, assuming that everything else stays the same, which it wouldn't. But
I'll agree with that. All right, that's it for conference championship and Super Bowl picks. Now we're gonna let Dylan lead this off. He's requested to lead this one off. Matthew Stafford has been traded to the Los Angeles Rams. I think all of you know. 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and former number 1 overall pick Jared Goff. Dylan, I mean you're the Lions fan here. What are your thoughts on this trade? Seeing your childhood go out the window, but a possible future come right through the door.
so this trade is probably the biggest like 2-win trade I've seen in a long time outside of the Diggs trade last season. Um, I, it's obviously sad to see Stafford go. I've watched him play since I've started watching football. He's worked his magic and brought us back into games, win or lose, that we shouldn't have been in the first place. So obviously, I'm going to miss him, but I agree that it was the best move for the player and both teams. For the Rams to get rid of Jared Goff, for Stafford to move on from the team, and for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to uh, like just get rid of him because he's 32, going to turn 33 next week. If you look at if Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are trying to look at what the team's going to look like in 4 or 5 years, I don't see Stafford on that team to try and make a push for the playoffs and the Super Bowl. I think Jared Goff is definitely a better, even not better QB, but a better option for the future just by age.
He also
And it
sucks.
leaves you it leaves you options with the 2 first round picks that you got that if you decide to go away from the route of Jared Goff, you have the opportunity next year and the year after to draft a quarterback or trade up to draft a quarterback if you need to. I don't really see a risk for any team in taking this trade, so I think it's a good trade for both teams.
Here's what I'm doing if I'm the Lions here with Jared Goff, because I hate Jared Goff more than anything. I think that he is utter trash, butt cheeks, horrible. Here's what I'm doing. If I can get a decent return for Jared Goff, I got him right here. I just got him from the Matt Stafford trade, and then I flip him right over for more picks because that dude is not the future. If he can't be the future on a team with a very solid pass catching core, a mediocre at worst offensive line, and the best defense in the NFL, I don't trust him to go into Detroit and win 3 games because we all know that Detroit's situation might be the worst for any quarterback in the league, Dylan. I'm sorry. But I think you know that to be true. It's consistently been.
I do.
Thank you.
I think for definitely that we don't have a great situation right now. I think having pick 7 and getting a quarterback coming into the situation helps because you have the opportunities at 7 to get Chase if he's there, Smith if he's there, which he won't be, or trade down, get Bateman, Tony, receivers like that. Even Kyle Pitts, if you wanted to move him to wide receiver, which has been suggested to this point. So I think it leaves the Lions in a better spot where they can at least see what they have. And if they don't have something there, then they have a top 5, top 3 pick next season.
All right. I mean, they've got some new pieces in place. We'll see if they can finally get rebuild the takeoff here. Similar to the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, Nick knows the pain that Pirates fans go through. Rebuild every year. They got to tear it down every second year. And that's the same thing the Lions do, except you got to keep that one piece. And for us right now, it's Gregory Polanco for God knows what reason. But hey, baseball season.
Because we decided to trade away Josh Bell.
Well, I mean, Bill ain't staying when he hits free agency, so why not get Eddie Yean for him? Eddie Yean will be our closer in a few years, and you will learn to respect him. Major League Baseball, just get ready for it. But yeah, we're gonna move on. Why don't we go ahead and go to Nick on this? Your thoughts on the Stafford trade?
I thought you were gonna leave me alone on this. Yeah, Goff sucks. He sucks.
Thank you. He's horrible.
The reason they're
bad situation.
Goff is not meant to be the future. Goff is meant to be a bridge. They're gonna have him for a few years. They're gonna put up with him, and they're gonna go draft another QB in about a few years. Right now, they're just gonna build around him. They're gonna see if it works. You're gonna see how he plays. I agree with Mike. If Goff cannot work out with a average offense and the best defense in the league, with receivers like Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, they have Tyler Higbee. And you also have Aaron Donald in your team helping out the defense. If you cannot be a top 10 quarterback in that position, then you're not going to be you're not even going to be a top 20 QB around if you go to the Lions. I mean, if you threw Patrick Mahomes in the Lions, I don't think they'd be they'd get better, but they wouldn't be like Super Bowl team. But like it's just terrible. It's a terrible situation to go for a quarterback, and I feel bad for Goff. I feel like both teams won that trade, because again, the Lions got those extra 2 picks. It would have been helpful if they got the pick this year. But again, the Rams have a fetish for trading away their first round picks for unneeded causes. So, on that note,
Penguins have a fetish for
drafting very old washed defensemen.
No, that's Jim.
No. Yeah, old Jim Rutherford's gone now. So we're free. All
right, that's it for Nick's thoughts. Anybody else got any thoughts on the Stafford Goff trade? I see Andrew. He's got the Cal jersey on. So.
Oh, Andrew, fuck you. I'm a Stanford fan, so you can go fuck yourself.
Wow, aggressive. Oh my god.
So I don't really.
Are we gonna throw some hands?
Yes. Andrew, how does it feel to like not have the axe for 9 straight years? Just asking.
Andrew's an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, I know, but like if he has a Cal jersey on, he probably watches Cal, or at least it has some tie to it.
It's a Marshawn Lynch jersey.
Oh, okay.
Your daddy. So Andrew, go ahead with the Cal jersey on.
All right, so we got the Rams and the Lions in this trade. Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford and some picks going to the Lions. So, this is difficult for both sides because I really don't think Jared Goff can win the Lions many games this year. I'd say max 6. I'm projecting
You're
like
being insanely generous to Jared Goff right now.
Max is 3.
Max is 2.
They'll beat the Bears once, and then they'll probably beat like the Giants because the Giants are so bad.
Yeah, Andrew.
We're not that bad. We're not Lions bad.
Oh, you're bad. As long as you have Daniel Jones,
we're starting quarterback in the NFL.
You are not getting above 500 until you get rid of Jones. I'm sorry.
Yep, correct. Andrew, continue.
Am I keep getting attacked?
Yes. If you the Giants.
You suck. You suck.
It's just Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's ass.
Ignore the bandwagon, but
Ooh, sheesh.
we got the Stafford man. He is going to the Rams, and he's going to win them some playoff games. I mean, I think they really did a nice job there. I think that the Rams could honestly win the division next year in the NFC West. Stafford is so much more of an upgrade over Jared Goff, someone who can actually win the game consistently over competitive teams like the Seahawks, and just give them the wins that they need, especially with this amazing defense with Donald and Ramsey. The Lions, I think they got a good return, but Goff sucks. We all know that, and
trash.
They're not going to get a lot out of those picks, I don't think, because I think the Rams are going to be good for a nice time. So, I mean, they're still going to be first-round picks, but they're not going to be high value.
All right. Tyler and Hunter, I think you both had a take on this, so go ahead, rock, paper, scissors, shoot for who gets to...
Hunter gets to go first.
Oh, round 2. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds kind of suggestive. All I hear is...
All right,
Please
I'll go
go,
now.
Ty.
So Nick, are you good, bro?
Nick, we're family friendly here.
Not after what Tyler just said out of his mouth.
Like friendly left the window when we started the recording.
Okay, now can I talk?
Yes.
Okay, so I do not care that Matthew Stafford is now in LA. If Justin Herbert is still the best quarterback in LA, Matthew
Wrong.
Stafford is gonna have to settle for second fiddle. All right.
Wrong.
What, Dylan?
Who has more career passing yards, Stafford or
I
Herbert?
no. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just love how Dylan chimes in with the worst quality mic I've ever heard. It's like wrong.
Anyways, yeah, Herbert is the best quarterback in LA. Still, might I
Nope.
add, I don't care that we're the little brother team. Herbert's will always be better than Matthew Stafford. I do not care. And also, Jared Goff fucking sucks. Jared Goff sucks. We can all agree with that. He's just a terrible quarterback and is going to do even worse outside of the Sean McVay system. And he will not succeed in Detroit because Detroit's a terrible franchise, probably the worst franchise in the
Hey,
NFL.
the Browns exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now Matthew Stafford. Hey, at least it won't be like one of the three careers wasted. It won't be like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. They won't be wasted. Matthew Stafford actually.
Woo! Sheesh!
They're both going to be in the Hall of Fame, so I wouldn't consider it.
Oh my god.
Please.
Stafford can be the first ballot Hall of Fame guy. Shut up.
Go.
Oh wait, am I up now? All right.
No, I thought Ty was still up. Ty's frozen.
Wait, someone took a picture of that.
You know what? Hey! Before we get Tyler back, no. Before we get Tyler back, I will now read a quote from Master Oogway. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Master Oogway.
Okay, Hunter, please go.
Did I just freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I took a picture of it.
Oh fuck.
All right. Well, I'll
get frozen on.
all right. I'll say my views on the trade, but to be honest with you, I think the Rams gave up too much. That's I think, but I know 2 first-round picks is a lot, but like they don't have any first-round picks till 2023. So that's like not good for them at all. But unless if they're good for those next 3 years, then maybe that turns out to be well. But if they don't be good, then it's kind of just a waste of a trade. But I think the Lions got a lot of good value into it. Depending on just where the Rams finish off in the season, that's where they're going to get their draft picks. But I'm going to say right now it's probably going to be late first-round picks, which is unfortunate, but it's still a first-round pick. But, it also you got to realize this Goff, his contract is unbelievably atrocious. But if I were the Lions general manager, I would just try to trade Goff for more draft picks. I don't care what kind of draft picks. Just honestly, just get him out of Detroit. Because I think you guys should draft a quarterback in the first round. But that's my view on the trade. But yeah,
Stick with Chase Daniel.
Thank you for Sam Howell.
For all honesty, though,
Sam
if
Howell.
we do draft a quarterback this season or this draft, it should be like a Kyle Trask,
Justin
or a Kellen
Fields.
Mond.
Justin Fields.
No,
Justin Fields is going to be the
Justin
best.
Fields is going to be.
Justin Fields is going to be
good.
the. Hey, y'all calling
He's
him a
gonna-
bust?
they're gonna ruin his
He's the
career.
next Justin Herbert. He's the next
What?
Justin Herbert.
What?
Everybody has
What?
already got that
All right,
bust
last-
label on him. He about to come
last-
out of this draft. and
He's a
gonna be
boomer
shot out of
bust. He's a boomer bust.
cannon.
All right,
He is a boomer bust.
Last thing I have
Boomer
to
bust.
say.
Boom! It's a
Last
boom.
thing I have to
Bust.
say.
All right, last topic we're gonna go to. Not really too much to talk about here today. We're gonna go. NBA season's about 6 weeks in. We're gonna be going over our way too early MVP picks and way too early finals picks. We'll probably have to cut out the middle of this segment to take a quick break, but we're gonna go ahead and start with. Why don't we start with Hunter on this one? Who's your way too early MVP and finals pick in the National Basketball Association?
Okay, this is difficult because there's a lot of very good teams. Like surprisingly, the East
Wait.
isn't as bad as I thought it would be. But and same with the West. Like I don't know. Like there's so many different options right now between who the
Before you move forward, can we all agree that the Lakers are making it out of the West? Can we
No.
please agree on that?
No, because I'm going to get my
Nuggets
point right
are.
here. Nope, the
Nuggets
Trailblazers are. The Trailblazers are making the finals and winning it all.
Yeah, the Suns are too.
Damian Lillard's winning MVP.
Devin
Those are the
Booker,
Rockets.
you don't even know what's gonna hit you with Devin Booker, dude. All
The
right,
Lakers are going to get first rounded.
If I'm being completely
Says
honest,
the Pistons fan.
We're tanking for Cade Cunningham. Be quiet.
That's my job. That's my job. Thunder up. We're getting
Oh.
Cade.
Shut up.
Oh,
Hunter, go
you're
ahead.
going to field a team of first-round draft picks?
Let Hunter talk.
okay, all right, can I talk now?
Yes,
Um,
go.
Okay, but I think it's gonna be Philadelphia versus either the Clippers or the Lakers. I don't know why, but the Lakers just don't seem as good as last year. That's just me watching all the games this year so far. And I also think a sleeper team in the West could be the Jazz.
Trailblazers.
No. But if I were to put another team in the East, it'd probably be the Nets. But the thing with the Nets is that they just don't have a defense. So if they're gonna make it to the finals, they're gonna want to start like 160 game, which I just don't think that's gonna happen. So I think it's gonna be Philadelphia versus either one of the LA teams or maybe Utah. And if I do think who's gonna win, I probably say it's probably gonna be one of the LA teams. So,
All right, we'll move on to Ty. You got way too early MVP pick or no?
probably Embiid.
All right, Ty, go ahead. NBA, way too early picks for finals and MVP.
All right, so as of right now, I gotta say I haven't really watched too much basketball, but a team that has really caught my eye this year is probably Philadelphia. I did not really expect them to be nearly this good. I did not expect them to out of nowhere just get the 1 seed and everything. Well, as of right now they're the 1 seed, but that can still change. And I'd say they're my pick to make it out of the East, and it would be just like what Hunter said. But either one of the LA teams is gonna make it out of the West. It's gonna be one of the LA teams against the Sixers, and I think that the winner would be one of the LA teams. And my early MVP pick, if the Nuggets can be a competitor in the West, Nikola Jokic for MVP.
All right, Nikola Jokic for MVP. Andrew, NBA talk. Go ahead.
So the NBA season, it's not even halfway in yet, so it's really hard to judge what's going to happen. But my team in the East is going to be the Celtics. I don't see the Nets going that far unless they make a move for a guy who can really shut things down on defense, because they might have one of the worst defensive teams I've ever seen. I mean, they blew a lead to the Wizards last night with 12 seconds left. So I don't think they can go all the way. I mean, but you got 3 guys in the playoffs who could set them there. I don't see it happening. Philly could be another team, but I'm sick with the Celtics there. In the West, I'm going to take the Nuggets to beat the Lakers in the conference finals. And I'm going to take the Nuggets as my dark horse pick to go to the finals and play the Celtics.
Jamal Murray about to pull out the 9 again.
And for my MVP pick, I have to go with the Joker himself, Nikola Jokic, especially if he takes his team all the way to the finals like that.
All right, Nick, you were complaining. You were whining real hard to go ahead and make your picks, so go ahead.
No.
We kind of really cannot hear you right now. I can read your lips.
I think Nick is saying Trailblazers suck.
Hey, am I back?
There he is.
Okay, I have my top 3 for MVP. Ready for this? Number 1, Damian Lillard. Number 2, CJ McCollum.
Do it.
Number 3.
Wait. Let me guess. Is it
Carmelo
Nurkic?
Anthony.
No, it's Jokic.
Oh,
Nikola Jokic. He's my number 3 pick, so I think finals will be Nets, Trailblazers, and Trailblazers will win in 4.
Oh my God.
good pick. We'll go ahead to Dylan for an opinion that actually matters.
Hey, I'm not a woman.
We are not sexist on this show.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Nick
ahead
is officially
and,
canceled.
and
Nick-
make
On my TikTok page be taken down.
Perry the Weenie Puss is gonna get canceled.
No.
Dylan, quickly, please go.
All right. My MVP pick is. I'm kidding.
His mic is so bad quality. All I hear is, why is this?
Bro, Ty must be on the floor laughing or something.
Okay.
Please go.
His mic.
Is my MVP. and then
It's my MVP.
Please go. I muted him. Go. Yeah.
Jazz is my finals.
Oh my God.
All right. Oh my God.
Free me! Free me!
Shut up. No. Go, Dylan, please.
Get home forever, Mike!
Okay.
You
Jokic is my MVP, and Sixers Jazz is my finals with the
Sixers.
winning it
All right.
7.
All right, so we've gone through everybody but me, so I'll go ahead and finish this one off. MVP, I got one or two guys. One, LeBron James.
No.
A lot of people are counting him out just because he's LeBron James. I think he might be deserving of more than 4 MVPs in his career. He might win this year. Right now, I think I got to go with the Joker, Nikola Jokic. He has just been on another level all season for this Nuggets team, and we saw Jamal Murray be that guy to step up and take the reins in the playoffs last year for the Nuggets, and Nikola Jokic wasn't really that great. And it seems like the roles have kind of switched from what they were in the bubble to now. You see Nikola Jokic step up and take the lead role in this team while Jamal Murray is sort of falling back into that second man role player. I don't even know what's happening there anymore. And for the finals, I think I'm obviously going with the Lakers out of the West. Yeah, the Jazz are hot right now, but I don't know if there's anybody that can stop playoff LeBron with another top 5 player in the NBA at his side. Let's be honest. And
Damian Lillard can.
Shut up. He couldn't last year, idiot. Now, out of the East, I don't think it's going to be the Nets. I think they're just going to be too problematic in the locker room, and their defense isn't going to be enough to keep up with playoff caliber teams. I'm going to go with either. I'm picking the Celtics, but I can also see the Sixers stepping up and taking that spot out of the East. I know a lot of people are counting the Sixers out, and they had some troubles with COVID earlier in the year, but I really like what Tyrese Maxey's been able to do. I think he's a dark horse candidate for Rookie of the Year. I don't think he's going to get it. I think that's easily going to Tyrese Halliburton. Where we stand right now, but I mean, Ben Simmons, he's great in the paint. He can drive. He's got handles. He just doesn't have the jump shot. And then Joel Embiid has everything right now. He's easily a top 3 MVP candidate. I'm going with the Celtics and the Lakers. I didn't know what happened just there. That's gonna wrap it up for the show today on the Elite
Bye, guys!
Podcast.
Bye-bye!
I know it was a short episode, but not too much to talk about. We'll put it on
LeBron is
a little bit next
overrated.
time. So everybody,
Damian Lillard.
Devin Booker's better. Just want to let you guys know that, and have a good day.